Now, the executive report speaks to looking at to reform the Constitution, not simply to review it.
Yes.
What's the difference?
Okay, well, the difference here is that this particular commission had a mandate that was slightly different from the others, in that our mandate was not just to review or revise the Constitution, but to reform and to actually write a new Constitution for the Republic of Barbados. And so in that context, our mandate was a little broader than others. And so it was not just a simple looking at what was there and tinkering with it, but going in depth into what the Constitution actually said and what represents Barbados in the 21st century and how we can put that into our new Constitution.
So that work is now complete. The report was presented to Her Excellency the President.
Yes.
On Sunday, when we come to the Frank Collymore Hall, what is the engagement level that you would expect?
Okay, so Sunday came out of a request from the Cabinet of Barbados, of the former chair of the Constitution Reform Commission, Most Honorable retired Justice Christopher Blackman, to interface with the public, to present the report to the public. And so the former Constitution Reform Commission kindly consented to have this meeting. What will come out, what we hope to come out of it, it gives Barbadians an opportunity to interface with the report. They've had the opportunity since, I believe, November to access the report online, and therefore will give them an opportunity to air their views on some of the recommendations and have the commission that actually prepared the report to give their rationale for some of the decisions made. It does not mean a new report can be created because our mandate expired on September 30th, but what it certainly does is that it gives persons the opportunity to air their views on particular aspects of the report and the draft bill, and it would be wise for parliamentarians to pay attention to what is being said.
There are many segments of community, from youth to the elderly, and different factors in between. I suppose that you're asking everyone and anyone of any age to be a part of that consultation.
Yes, we certainly are expecting a broad cross-section of Barbadians to join us in person, and also there'll be a virtual link that they can also share, and to give their views on what they've garnered from the report and what they perceive to be challenges for them, or even to commend us for things that we've had.
Is there any aspect within the report that you think are interesting that you would like to hear more Barbadians comment on?
Well, if the public meetings that we had during the process were any indicators, people are very, very concerned about fundamental rights and so on. And the Reform Commission has taken great liberty in extending and expanding the fundamental rights of individuals, and also increasing or adding ways in which they can be applied, and also in implementing what we refer to as progressive realization, which is that there are some things that every citizen should have access to, and therefore the state should always seek to make provisions given the resources available. And so it should always be on the table, on the books of the state, to make sure that we seek to, for example, ensure that every Barbadian has adequate housing or access to safe water and all those things, given the resources of the state.
All right, it all happens on Sunday at the Frank Collymore Hall from 5 in the afternoon, and we want to encourage as many of you as possible, because the Frank Collymore Hall can seat quite a few, to come, and for those of you who cannot make it, to follow it online as well. CBC TV, of course, will be sharing it with you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much as well. Former member of the Commission looking at the reform of the Constitution, Canon Senator Dr. John Rogers.